It is time. The top Apex Legends players from around the world have converged on the city of Stockholm, Sweden, to prove they have what it takes to call themselves Split 2 champions and take the lion's share of the $1 million prize pool. My name is Kate, and it is my pleasure, nay, my delight, to welcome you for the first time since 2019 to the Apex Legends Global Series Pro League playoffs on LAN. Just think about that there for a moment. Of course, we couldn't do it by myself here on the desk. I will be joined by Bardolph and Xenox. Bardolph, I got to start with you. Today means so many things to so many people, and I'm not just talking about those of us behind this desk.
No, to everybody at home as well. But of course, all the players behind us, the players to our right, the players to our left, there's a lot of people here, and they've been waiting a long time for it. And what a beautiful stage we have as well. It is a fantastic setting for such an epic event. A long time coming. The playoff finals here for Apex Legends. It looks utterly beautiful, and it's great to have so many top-level players among us.
Pretty similar to a lot of other esports, but guess what? We are going to be showcasing those top 20 teams and those bottom 20 teams. We talk them winners and losers brackets. And Bardolph, I mean, today will be a very important day to find out who is going to be going through more of a grind than others.
Obviously, we know Stormpoint is the newer map into the competitive environment, so moving over to World's Edge, teams are going to be a little bit more familiar with what they like to run.
And it's not only the new map, Elfish, it's the fact that it's almost a new meta, right? We finally got that clash of all of the regions from around the world, all 5 of our ALGS regions coming together. Sure, they've had some scrims, there's been some boot camps, there's been a little bit of time for these teams to walk into this and try and work out how it goes. But when it comes to competition day, as we know in Apex, it's not always the same.
You know, that's what I love about
Stream right now, Team Empire. Looks like they're starting their drop on Harvester. And if we look at the composition here, they've got Valk, Bloodhound, and Wraith. Now, this is what they actually started off the day with in Game 1, where they took out a dub.
Well, speaking of Armors, fantastic start for Elevate in that respect. They got 2 golds and a purple already. This fast in the game really sets them up for success. You've also got a little bit of a fight going on here between Sutraiku and Phoenix. Obviously, the teams coming through from APAC South and South America, respectively. 2 teams that really need to start to get that ball rolling here on World's Edge because they haven't had the best of start in Split 2.
We've got the hammer points coming out early here. The team's just making do with whatever loot they can find here, splitting that initial POI, but they don't just want half the loot, they want the whole place to themselves, so they're going to take the fight.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to help Sutraiku out all that much. Fussy already being finished off, bullet down on the floor as well. It'll be Waltzy to try and clutch it out 1 on 2, and I dare say that's going to be a difficult task with Azazel having purple armor. Frog's obviously getting time now to just reset. In fact, not even going to, he's going to charge on forward. Waltzy trying to just play around, and he's now been able to put it into the 1-on-1. Maybe a big clutch for the team from APAC South. Waltzy still has the armor to play with. Hits Flesh. Was that on the down player? Was that on the player that he's fighting? I'm not too sure. Some cracks going through. Waltzy now has the advantage and clutches it out for Sutraiku. Phoenix team eliminated.
I mean, it really felt like Phoenix could have waited a little bit there and double swung together. As you said, the Valk just pushing up by themselves. I don't think that was their best play, and it turned it around into that 1v1 where Waltzy, with the stun on the missile swarm, able to clutch up.
It might have been a little bit of a miscommunication there because I really did think that there was time for the reset, maybe pop a bat, something like that, just take that 2-on-1. But ultimately, you can't afford to be making mistakes like that at a competition like this because you're going to get punished by the best players in the world.
I mean, these are the best teams from all the regions around the world. There's some big egos in here, Elfish. Like, 100%. Are they just going to give up their drop spots even if they lose a couple of contests in the scrims? Maybe not. We're definitely not seeing it right here.
Well, I think the thing is as well, you have to consider today is not technically an elimination day, so you are fighting for control of your drop spot for the rest of the tournament, and this is the best time to do it, even if you're losing, because you can't get eliminated from the competition. Yes, you can go down into the lower bracket tomorrow, etc., make life difficult, but you can still make it work in that. Sutraiku's going to go on a Valkyrie, rotate all the way around to Overlook, and they're going to drop right underneath the team who's on top of the silos. This doesn't look like a fun place to be. Having to clear out those barrels.
Well, either way, Crazy Raccoons have come up from the vault tunnel there. They're just moving in. A newer addition to World's Edge, that passageway through there, but definitely a playable spot in one of these overlooked circles. You have to worry about Optic Gaming. You know, certainly can't peek too much. They've got the advantage on the high ground. They're going to be doing a little bit of damage to you, but okay. They think that's maybe a little too hard, and they're going to go back. Actually, no. The circle is pulling very much south, Elfish. It's actually going well below Overlook. So a lot of teams who, I mean, like this classic ending around the silos.
It's actually kind of where Crazy Raccoon is right now, isn't it? We need to sort of get that vision on the main screen, right? Because obviously you guys at home can't see the circle. Next, it's actually quite a crazy pull. By the way, we'll hold that thought for a moment because Crazy Raccoon are getting into an engagement with Elevate in the bubble fight at the moment, and already first blood being drawn by Crazy Raccoon. Meaning, Nox been down with the Mastiff. Crazy Raccoon just take the opportunity now to reset. They know they can play out that 3-on-2 once they get shielded up, once they get comfortable, and probably actually win it fairly comfortably. Ellis getting knocked over by Log, and there is at least one exchange, one little trade back, but Crazy Raccoon still have the numbers, and Elevate are going to be finished off.
And they've got heaps of time to reset here, Elfish, right? Because as we just saw with that map screen, everyone thinks this is a more northern circle. I don't know, maybe there's a couple of teams up there with the Crypto who are able to hit that Overlook beacon and get the knowledge and make that early rotation. And eventually teams are going to notice those Valk ults and probably start to stream south after that as well. But damn, this has really caught a lot of these top teams off guard here who thought it would be, you know, definitely around the buildings, maybe the silos in Overlook where you do see a lot of those circles. But no, we've got that almost like empty, just barely hilly ground above the vault. The Horizon ult coming in now as well. If you connect with that, it's almost impossible to win the fight. Honestly, a couple of grenades on top of that, and you are done for. Burger, they are done for. 4-7 also going out. We're seeing the gravity lift come out to amazing effect here from FC Destroy, getting some great damage onto TSM, who were on top of the silo. Had high ground, probably thought they were in a fantastic position. They turned their backs for one moment, and that is what happened.
Yeah, but this is not going to be a fun place to play from. Look at the angles Optic has at the moment. Skittle is able to drop RPR. That one is going to be confirmed straight away. Optic Gaming farming up. And they are loving it. There's so many death boxes around as well to armor swap on, to grab some loot from.
Oh, this next rotation is going to be so tough. It's like the teams don't even want to make it. They are basically fighting in Overlook before they make that Valk rotation because they probably know that when they get in there, it's just going to be Crazy Raccoons lining them up as they stream down from the sky.
Yeah, most definitely. Scars down to the two players, IPN and Typhine. Obviously one of those teams that did have to make a substitution, having had a relatively okay start to this lobby. Looking to pick things up. The top 6 so far for this game. Not too bad, but instantly eliminated as I bring it up. So, a bit of a casting curse involved there maybe. Sorry, lads. I mean, I don't mind the way that Optic is playing this one out, right? They've really controlled their side of the zone, and that's about as good as you can do in a zone like this one. I believe this is Sukaraiku in front of them, who have just tried to hold themselves down inside of this valley to lock down the rotation. They've been doing a pretty good job of finding some KP themselves, but this is going to be the fight that they need to win. Excuse myself, it is Element 6, by the way, on the other side of it, and that is short work made of Optic Gaming, as they just dispatch of them in the blink of an eye. There's another couple of points on the board for Element 6, who are actually really putting together a very nice game right here. It might be coming to an end, though, as 100 Thieves do arrive. They've been third-partying all game, and they're making it work this time as well. Sutaraiku eliminated in the kill feed. I can see there for top 3 now remaining. Crazy Raccoon looks like the power team.
They have been waiting for their moment to strike. They made so much space for themselves in this circle. It feels like no one else has occupied it with them for pretty much the entirety of this 4th game. And to look at that, the tiniest skerrick of space there at the back. Crazy Raccoon are going to dominate this.
There they are. Element 6 at least able to eke out a 2nd place, but end of the day, we all knew it was coming. It's Crazy Raccoon who will walk away with the first win on World's Edge at the Split 2 playoffs. I know Xenox is going to be cheering in the green room. He did predict them as the team to top this lobby, so maybe there was something in that. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, though, Genome, a very favourable circle pull for Crazy Raccoon. They were already on that southern side of the zone when that circle pull came through. Almost every other team had already rotated north into Overlook. So, you know, you gotta take these opportunities when they present themselves, don't they? Like, you can't get that kind of a circle pull and then do nothing with it. So it's great to see Crazy Raccoon being able to pull that one off and capitalize on the opportunity that was presented.
Now looking at our champion squad here of Crazy Raccoon, Ras Everyone knows this player as just the most incredible mechanical monster in the game. And you can see leading the way there with almost 1,800 damage and 4 kills for his team as well.
살린다. 오케이. 오른쪽 가자. 나 코스 찍는다. 오케이. 나 위로 갈게. 코스 캐피. 코스 잡았다. 나이스. 저도 이 새끼야.
Ending here, our final round of the day, game 1 of 3 on Storm Point. And of course, Group A, the team we have watched battle the entire time on the main stage with names like TSM, like Scars, like 100 Thieves, like Team Empire, ready to either perform or have some serious soul searching to do heading into tomorrow's win or go home situations.
Now desperately trying to get his HP up once again. But has the moment passed for IG? Has it gone beyond the point of no return though? So many questions to be answered by both of these teams, and who knows if they'll disengage and they'll both survive. I'm not quite sure. Zanal's been dropped actually by Bryn, so they surely have to capitalize on this.
Drop's already been dropped, and it seems like Zanile as well. It's SSG out. Big change here for a team that we were looking at doing things here. Definitely needing to do some things. Horizon coming in is G2 Designful. They clean up this party, coming in as the third one, and you know that's the best one in Apex Legends. Designful Resulta. It's not fair. Gonna send out IG, at least one. Urban will fall. It seems like maybe Bryn got away off of that phase breach. And so that is who they'll be searching for. And they certainly will find it. And look, Rig Zero. If you saw the B stream with Nicewig, you know what this man could do with a Kraber in his hand. It looks like he's got another one. That spells danger for the lobby.
Yeah, but you can see he's in no man's land at the moment. He's just running out there on his own. Starting to fall back now. He's got the slope, so he will slide out of there. Reply totem eliminated in the meantime, and he's still going for it, but he's in trouble now. He's got to pop a bat or something. Definitely got to get back to his team either way. They'll throw the dome to help him out, and now he's inviting them. I dare you to come and push here. We'll see where that ult goes. He manages to get around the corner. Such is the nature of Valve. Movement god disappears entirely, and that is a wasted ult, and they'll look to reposition with the Kraber once again. Designful trying to make his way forward, trying to stay in the zone. He may be forced to his doom the way third party after third party goes from bad to worse. Resulta gone as RG2.
And look at that, Sudoraiku as well, falling to TSM. Imperial Howl, so some big names in the kill feed. Sudoraiku as well, falling to Verholz. But let's just catch up on what happened. It was a great play from Reignite, one of our representatives in APAC South. But they've got to run through another big matchup here on the edge of the circle to determine who's going to be applying pressure on the outskirts. It's CLG going up against Fennel from APAC North. What do they got here? Fennel peeking on the right side. That's a big clip from the R99. Don't see it as often with the car in the meta so much now, but Malice Mamba, CLG,
grenades everywhere.
One of the best in terms of team fighting, James, but you're right, so many ordinances, so much caustic gas as well. Mamba's gonna have to do a lot here because he can actually run through the gas as the caustic himself without being deterred. But look at this, clinging to the very top of that Gibraltar dome. I'm just not sure it's gonna be enough. Fennel go down, moment is falling, but Pinotur and Chocobo have to clean up here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really narrow one as none of them have any armor left. Starting to get their armor up as CLG are eliminated. We have lost a lot of squads in a row.
Wow.
100 Thieves soon went as well. This is looking like a very painful lobby here on Storm Point, and it's going to get even more painful because look at the size of that next ring. You can't be running into the zone anymore. It is going to hurt way too much, and that means that Fennel have to find their way forward. But after they go past this bridge, what kind of cover are they going to have? They're losing more players now, and Chocobo is alone, trying to run from Elevate, trying to flee. Has to get behind that rock though, and again, how does he keep moving? He's being shot from the high ground by Saku, as we can see here, so I think this might be the end of the line for Chocobo. I wouldn't even try and launch 1 HP in a dream, and that dream turned into a nightmare.
Important to get the points. Obviously, Fennel looking to qualify for the winner's bracket tomorrow, and they are about 10 points shy of being involved. The team ahead of them, though, is Elevate, who actually was a part of doing the damage with them. Another team that we've got to talk about, haven't had a chance to mention on this mainstream, Game With. and they're flying in, but they're going to meet, a lot of danger here, especially when you look at the side of Team Empire. They're going to go out very quickly to recreate. There's 6 squads left now, James. Round 4 closing in. I'm not sure if we're going to see GameWith get pressured unless it's TSM who do the pressuring. They're on the outskirts, a team that has desperately had our eyes and attention on them for their lack of performing today in Game 1 of our final round. Could they start to turn the tide?
Reignite they're in a sandwich at the moment. I don't know if they're able to survive this. You can see on the high ground they've got Elevate behind them. They've got teams to their side as well, and teams ahead of them. So they better hope they have enough cover. In the meantime, Zero's going fishing again with the Kraber, and we've got domes galore. Fortunately, they've got high ground, and look at the 3Ps coming through. Reignite looking pretty thirsty right now. They're looking to quench that thirst, and they might push these domes.
It doesn't matter who wins this fight because you know who's coming afterwards. It's Reignite. It's Zero with the Kraber, leaving 0 people alive to tell the tale. 4 squads left here. Team Unite fine to take advantage of that because they're going to get an extra placement point. They'll find another kill. That's 11 points for Team Unite. It's Reignite. It's TSM in our final circle here in Game 1 of Round 3.
And finally, the Kraber has finished firing bullets, but all those boxes, he will get a re-up on a new weapon, and he'll be in a very good position indeed. TSM disengaging. They are admiring. They are voyeurs peeping through the window, looking from behind the curtains. We can see that Verhulst and Imperial House are trying to create space. In the meantime, Unite's got some nice angles, and that's going to be the go command. It's time to get some KP.
Look at this, Unite. They know they've got to make some plays, but Zero with another headshot on the Kraber. Don't do it to him. Do not do it to him, but he will not. Unlike he's done the entire game, that miss could be a miss that he makes up for right after that. This man cannot be stopped unless it's by a full team, and TSM are still alive and well, and that's the black hole to hopefully send this fight out into space to never be discovered again. Imperial Howl cleans up 1, he cleans up 2, Unite is out, and TSM are back on top.
They just came in like vultures, waiting until everybody was weak. Doesn't matter how many Krabers you find in the boxes, timing is everything, and finally some smiles from TSM. Saw them in the cafeteria earlier on and didn't want to say hello because, not having such a good time, not making eye contact with people, but now they are happy as Larry. Don't know who Larry is though. But either way,
happy guy.
Great decision making from TSM. Okay, we're going to chill in this house. We're going to let these guys ruin each other. Then we're going to come in and clean up. We're going to bleach the floors. We're going to leave things looking sparkling and clean and delicious.
You know the world is going crazy. You expect the chat to be flying. This is something that I know a lot of fans have been waiting to say. TSM win.
$1,111 damage from Imperial Howl, but reps will be there heading towards 1,400. Again, this is what you want to see from CSM. You want to see them winning some games, and here's the first one, maybe not the last one for today.